Welcome to the Explainer. So, have you ever gotten one of those calls, supposedly from your bank asking for some personal info, and there's just that little voice in your head going, wait a minute, is this for real? Well, today, we're going to dive into a technology that's designed to silence that voice for good.
Man, this quote just hits home, doesn't it? It's that really unsettling feeling when everything seems totally right on the surface, but your gut is just telling you something is off. This right here, this is the modern battlefield where digital trust is either won or completely lost.
That gut feeling is basically a survival instinct for the digital age. Because we're not just talking about some annoying spam call anymore. We're talking about a call that could be a gateway to some really serious harm.
Look, for you and me, a scam like this could mean an empty bank account or our identity getting stolen. But for the companies getting impersonated, wow, it's an absolute nightmare of lost customer trust and a damaged reputation that can take years, literally years, to rebuild. Okay, so you're probably thinking, but wait a second, I have caller ID. That should solve this, right? And that's exactly what scammers are banking on. The truth is, the system we've all been trusting for decades has a pretty big flaw. And this comparison really lays it all out. Caller ID, well, it's kind of like checking the return address on a letter that could have been faked by anyone. OrgVerify, on the other hand, is like getting a digitally signed, encrypted message straight from the source. We're talking about a completely different league of security here. So, if the old system is broken, what's the solution? How do legitimate organizations actually fight back and prove they are who they say they are in this kind of environment? And this is a huge power shift. See, the burden of proof isn't on you, the person getting the call, anymore. OrgVerify gives the organization the tool to prove its identity, which in turn gives you the power to verify them before you share anything sensitive.
So what's the end game? It's simple, really. To transform that moment a phone rings from a moment of suspicion into a trusted, confident conversation.
Okay, so how does this bridge of trust actually get built in the real world in the middle of a call? Well, you might be surprised at just how straightforward it is.
So here's the entire experience in a nutshell. The person on the phone gives you a code. You pop it into a web page and you get an instant verdict. A green success means you're good to go. A red failure means you hang up. It's really that simple. And here's the secret sauce, really. It's the total lack of friction. You don't have to install an app, you don't create an account, you don't need another password. It's just a web page. This is security that doesn't get in your way.
All right, so we've seen the how. Now let's get into the why. What are the real-world benefits of having this extra layer of trust?
Well, first and foremost, it's about security. This adds that really critical spoof-resistant layer we were just talking about. It's designed to directly combat the #1 trick that fraudsters use to fool people over the phone.
And that security, that's the foundation for confidence. I mean, when people know for a fact that they can trust you, they're just way more likely to engage with you. And that's the lifeblood of any organization.
And let's not forget how beautifully simple this is. No more of that awkward, I'm not sure, I'm gonna hang up and call you back dance. This is real-time verification that saves everybody a whole lot of time and frustration.
So you might be wondering, where does this kind of real-time verification matter the most? I mean, which industries rely on those outbound calls where trust is just absolutely non-negotiable?
As you can see, the applications are pretty vast. We're talking about finance, healthcare, government. Really, any industry that needs to talk about sensitive information over the phone is a perfect fit for this. But it's really important to remember that the security doesn't just stop at the company's front door. This is also a super powerful tool for internal defense, protecting employees from those social engineering attacks that target them directly. So, as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with this thought. In a world of deepfakes and AI voice cloning and just constant digital deception, how are we going to prove that we are who we say we are? The answer to that question is going to define the future of trust for all of us.